Chapter
NK
1201, The Melodrama Behind the Script. No Tin Noyet frowned and asked, "What do you mean?" "I think he is praising your quick mind." Lam Lo quietly added. "Disgusting."
No Tin Noyet flared up and hung up the phone.
On the other end, Tay Chan Nin's face darkened. Was he hung up on?
"Third Master, please calm down." A subordinate trembled.
Who?
Tay Chan Nin exhaled, calming himself. "Calm down, she is a friend of Vi Din and So Fong, be calm."
He reassured himself for 5 minutes, then picked up the phone again.
Lam Lo angrily said, "Miss, you were too rash, at least ask about Vi Din's whereabouts."
I slipped in the heat of the moment." No Tin Noyet made an unconvincing excuse.
In her heart she regretted it, hesitating whether to call back. Just then, the phone rang again.
"You are the spring grass, the autumn bird." "Ah, he is calling again."
No Tin Noyet was startled.
Lam Lo warned, "Answer quickly, this time do not act rashly, wait until he finishes, then ask about Vi Din."
No Tin Noyet, So Fong asked me to deliver a message, please hear me out. As soon as the call connected, Tay Chan Nin explained.
"Ah, is it not related to Vi Din?"
No Tin Noyet froze, then said coldly, So Fong was kidnapped by your family, hand him over."
Tay Chan Nin twitched. She truly wasted her talent not writing melodrama. "Miss, do not speak nonsense." Lam Lo almost wanted to cover her mouth.
Vi Din had a plane accident, made an emergency landing on an island, So Fong and Van Han went to help.
"He asked me to tell you not to worry." Tay Chan Nin explained clearly, then hung up.
No Tin Noyet and Lam Lo were stunned.
Plane accident? Emergency landing? So Fong and Van Han went to rescue? He is the real melodrama writer.
No Tin Noyet muttered.
This story is too unreasonable. Lam Lo sighed. Not being a writer is a pity. No Tin Noyet echoed. Impossible, this is too unreasonable. She insisted.
Lam Lo said seriously, but Vi Din lost contact after boarding, many days have passed, her phone cannot stay off forever.
Hearing you, it makes sense. No Tin Noyet looked again at the call log.
She took a deep breath, dialed the top number, and said, "Better to ask clearly."
"Miss No, I am busy, do you still need something?" Tay Chan Nin's angry voice sounded. "What you said is all true."
No Tin Noyet asked firmly. He explained patiently, "Of course it is true, no reason to lie."
"Still, too unreasonable, Vi Din really made an emergency landing on an island?" She pressed. "No doubt, I am busy rescuing her, I will hang up now." He tried to end the call. She quickly cried, "Wait, what about So Fong, why did he not call me?"
"There is no signal on the island, only satellite phone works."
He explained.
She urged, "Do not hang up yet, tell me which island, I will come myself."
"Do not cause trouble, let professionals rescue, stay home and wait." He said coldly. "Of course it cannot be fake." He snorted. "Fine, when Vi Din returns, I will complain to her. I recorded everything, you will see." She retorted. He gaped, then only busy tones sounded, she had hung up again. His face darkened, she dared to hang up on me? What now?
No Tin Noyet sat stunned in the car.
"Do you believe him?" Lam Lo asked. "Yes, as he said, no reason to deceive me." She nodded.
He frowned, such a gullible woman.
"Maybe still unreachable, I tried yesterday,"
she said while dialing Hui Uncle's number, but before finishing, the call connected.
"Hello, Miss No?"
Hui Uncle's low voice came.
"Uncle Hui, thank heaven, you finally answered," she said excitedly. "What is it?" His voice was low, not convenient to talk.
"Just now, Tay Chan Nin said Vi Din had a plane accident, emergency landing, So Fong and Van Han went to rescue, is it true?"
She quickly explained. "It is true."
He only answered 3 words, then hung up, background noise faintly
audible, as if questioning someone. It is true.
Her soul nearly fled, she sat blankly on the leather seat. Lam Lo comforted, do not worry, So Fong went, with him there, Vi Din will be fine. Tears filled her eyes, she trembled, a plane accident, will they really be fine? Her mind was full of explosions and wreckage, in such conditions, how could passengers survive?
They will be fine. Lam Lo's voice weakened, will they really be fine? Chapter 1202, Burned Out Head.
So Fong and the group stopped to rest, preparing to continue the rescue search the next day. Van Han sat down, wiped the sweat from her forehead, and asked, So Fong, we have searched for 3 days, could it be we went the wrong way from the start?
So Fong shook his head and sighed, I am not sure.
Tay that spoke, the chance of going the wrong way is very small. This was decided by many experts analyzing the route map, if not west then southwest, so the chance of finding the lady is still high.
Then let us keep going, as long as there is a little hope, we cannot give up. So Fong said seriously.
Yes, Sister Vi Din would surely think so too.
Van Han nodded firmly. Be good, tonight we will eat simply.
So Fong said softly. Van Han bit her lip, as if making up her mind.
She raised her face and said, So Fong, let us walk at night too, I am afraid Sister Vi Din cannot endure.
She lowered her head, voice trembling. I know this request is not good, you said walking at night is dangerous, but Sister Vi Din may be injured and cannot last.
All right. So Fong only said 1 word. If not, then tomorrow let us leave earlier.
Ah, what did you say? Van Han stopped, staring at him.
I said all right.
So Fong laughed at her reaction and pinched her cheek.
So Fong, you spoil me too much, you will make me bad.
Van Han pouted, face flushed.
Tay That and Tay Bat turned away, unable to watch. Be good, being spoiled is not bad.
So Fong laughed, I also worry for Vi Din, finding her sooner is better.
Yes.
Van Han agreed, then ate some rations. The 4 rested a while, then lit torches and continued. Be careful, watch the flames, do not burn the whole island.
So Fong reminded.
It is all wet here, it should not burn.
Tay Bat muttered.
Do what So Sir says, do not argue.
Tay That scolded. All right.
Tay Bat replied quickly. So Fong smiled, used his blade to cut branches and clear the way. The fog was thick, the firelight did not reach far, sight stayed at 3 or 4 meters.
Watch your step, do not slip. So Fong warned. All right. Tay Bat replied smarter. Sister Vi Din, where are you? Van Han shouted. Silence, only echo. Keep going. So Fong said, disappointed, clearing vines ahead. Lady Tay, if you are here please answer, we came to rescue you. Tay Bat shouted. All right, drink water, let them shout. So Fong covered Van Han's mouth. Yes. She whispered and drank.
Elsewhere, inside the plane cabin.
Ugh. Tay Vi Din woke, sweating, fever not gone, wound still inflamed. You are awake.
Tay Tiu Tiu woke up, rushed to check her forehead. She pulled back her hand and said, fever still not down, later take more medicine, sleep until morning and you will be better.
No sleep, too tired.
Vi Din sat up, leg pain worse.
Do not push, you can rest more. Tiu Tiu advised. No sleep. Vi Din insisted. Then eat something, in the morning you only ate a bit of bread, now you must be hungry. Tiu Tiu opened bread and gave her. Vi Din silently ate small bites. Drink water too. Tiu Tiu gave a bottle.
She sighed, strange, those beasts did not come knock.
What is it? Tiu Tiu asked. Nothing. Vi Din said lightly. Why is rescue not here yet?
Tiu Tiu pressed her face on the window, but outside was dark. She held her stomach and said, eat, I will eat later. She had little food left, most still in passenger cabin, and wolves outside.
No. Growl.
Her stomach betrayed her.
Eat? Vi Din asked calmly. No. Tiu Tiu admitted. Half for you. Vi Din broke bread. No need, you are weak, eat more. Tiu Tiu refused. Eat? Vi Din insisted, hand extended. All right. Tiu Tiu agreed and took it.
Then she pressed her ear to the door, listening.
It is quiet, I will go get more bread. No, too dangerous.
Vi Din rejected coldly.
Do you have night vision? Vi Din asked. No. Tiu Tiu admitted sadly. Do you hear anything? Vi Din asked, thinking she faintly heard someone calling her, or just hallucination. Chapter 1203, Rising and Falling.
After finishing dinner, the four continued trudging forward for 5 or 6 kilometers, changing torches 7 or 8 times along the way, and by now it was already 3 o'clock in the morning.
I can still hold on. Van Han panted. So Fong whispered, let's go half an hour more, if we find nothing, we rest, wait until dawn then move again. All right. Van Han nodded.
That and Bat exchanged glances. The girls still persevered. As men and soldiers, how could they ask to rest?
So the four pressed forward, only much slower than before. This island is strange, the fog just never disperses. Bat remarked.
Bat then shut his mouth, even without that saying a word, the meaning was clear. The girl's voice echoed through the mountains, but after a while, no reply came.
Drink water, do not let your throat dry. So Fong frowned and said. Miss Tay, if you hear, please answer. Bat and that shouted again.
So Fong sighed, once more constructing a 3-dimensional map in his mind, his vision sweeping quickly ahead. Every tree and blade of grass came into view, yet still nothing.
Wait.
His black eyes lit up. At the edge of the vision appeared a metal plate, tilted into the grass.
So Fong?
Van Han waved a hand before his face, he was unresponsive.
So Fong blinked back to awareness. Drink some water. Van Han discreetly handed him a kettle, curiously asked, what were you thinking so deeply? Nothing, just dazed.
So Fong restrained excitement, deciding to wait for the moment of a so-called accidental discovery.
You must be too tired, how about we rest here tonight, continue after dawn? Van Han said with concern. No need, let us keep going, maybe we will soon find something. So Fong forced a smile. With discovery ahead, how could he rest? Impossible. Do not overwork. Van Han still gently advised. It is fine, just a little more.
So Fong curved his lips, feeling tense inside.
Hard work, Mr. So.
That and Bat flattered, speaking without guilt. So Fong half laughed half sighed, he did not find it hard at all, if no discovery he would have let the girl rest. Thus they kept walking, under his intentional guidance, they soon reached the location of the plate.
Ah, there is something.
Van Han's eyes brightened, she hurried forward.
Be careful.
So Fong decided to act, leaving the discovery to the girl. The plate was large, almost half her size, yet she lifted it lightly, making That and Bat gape.
Could it be related to Vi Din? Van Han set the plate before So Fong. This is a part of some airplane. So Fong examined and concluded. My God, has the plane fallen apart?
Van Han's eyes widened, tears welling, her heart heavy with dread.
Do not cry, only speculation. So Fong hastily comforted. Yes, I will not cry, let us go check ahead. Van Han took a deep breath, hiding the worst thought inside. The four pressed on, spirits sharpened, not overlooking the slightest trace. So Fong pretended to look, but inside his mind 3 maps were running, greatly increasing efficiency. After a while, his eyes lit up, he said with joy, found it. What? Van Han and the others quickly asked. No, nothing.
So Fong quickly suppressed his smile, not wanting suspicion. Inside he sighed relief, the plane was not too badly damaged, at least the fuselage remained mostly intact.
This way. So Fong raised the torch and led. Van Han and the rest followed quickly, calling louder. Sister Vi Din, do you hear? Miss Tay, we are sent by Third Master.
The corner of So Fong's mouth twitched, his step suddenly halted.
So Fong, what is it? Van Han also stopped. Stay calm.
A sense of danger rose at his back, weighing down his heart. Could Vi Din have met misfortune? Tay that unconsciously touched the gun in his chest, Tay Bat as well. From So Fong's face they sensed killing intent, fear rising.
Awah! Ah! Van Han screamed.
Tay that and Tay Bat raised pistols, but dared not fire, fearing to hit So Fong.
Get lost. So Fong, in.
Foul mood, lunged, and the grey wolf met misfortune. With one punch he knocked down the nearest wolf, turning and smashing another's back with his hand.
Within breaths, 3 wolves fell and did not rise, one with jaw dislocated at a grotesque angle before the other's eyes.
He clenched fist, exploding with 1000 gene strength, sending a wolf flying, the body thrown 8 or 9 meters, nearly frightening Tay that and Tay Bat to collapse.
Van Han's hand holding the torch trembled, she felt the fury burning in So Fong. Awah!
The remaining wolves, terrified, tucked tails and fled, leaving 5 or 6 bodies on the ground.
So Fong, are you all right? Van Han asked softly. So Fong breathed deep, forced a smile. I am fine. Really fine? Van Han doubted, for his face now seemed like a volcano ready to erupt. Chapter 1204, Reunion. Why not rest for tonight? Van Han softly suggested.
So Fong gently touched the top of the girl's helmet and said, search a bit longer, if nothing is found then we rest.
All right.
Van Han no longer insisted, just focused her attention on So Fong. Tay that glanced at the wolf killed by one punch and whispered, if that punch hit me, I would be paralyzed.
Paralyzed maybe not.
Tay Bat cut in, but death would be certain. Tay that's mouth twitched, then he stood up and followed So Fong.
The rustling is creepy.
Branches rubbed against pants and boots, making unsettling noises. Ahead the view opened, trees grew sparse and then disappeared, revealing a vast meadow with no tall trees.
Look, a huge patch of overturned soil. Van Han exclaimed, seeing ground churned like by a bulldozer. Tay that's tone sank, there is a plane wreck. Go. So Fong's face hardened, quickening his pace. It will be fine, it will be fine. Van Han reassured herself, though her trembling hands betrayed her. So Fong pressed on. After about 5 minutes a giant plane appeared. Found it, finally found it. Van Han shivered, the ruined plane made her uneasy. What about Tay Vi Din? Miss Tay, are you there? Tay that called loudly. Miss Tay, we came to save you. Tay Bat also shouted. Someone is here.
In the cabin, Tay Xiao Zhao's eyes lit up.
There are survivors.
Tay Bat said excitedly. But that is not Vi Din's voice.
Van Han grew more worried. Where are the wolves? Tay that looked around, but saw none. Be careful. So Fong warned, then climbed onto the plane. The cabin door was 2 meters above ground, easy for martial artists like So Fong, but not for the girls, so they stayed below. So Fong entered the cabin, pitch dark inside, but he still saw clearly. Vi Din? He called toward the room at the end, where faint sounds came. So Fong breathed out, relieved, at least Vi Din was alive. No wolves outside? Tay Xiao Xiao asked loudly. No, open the door, are you hurt? So Fong asked with concern. But then she hesitated, were they truly rescuers or assassins? How do you prove identity? She demanded. Prove identity? So Fong was startled, what trick was this? Tay Xiao Xiao rolled her eyes and provoked, you are assassins, stop pretending. Since when did I become an assassin? So Fong snapped, I am So Fong, Vidin knows me. So Fong? That name sounds familiar. Tay Xiao Xiao muttered.
Lying on the bed, Tay Vidin suddenly opened her eyes and rasped, "Open the door." Her face was pale, but her eyes glowed. She struggled to sit up.
You really know him? Tay Xiao Xiao asked again. Yes, my master. Tay Vidin's tone was helpless.
Your master, no wonder the name sounded familiar. Open it then.
Tay Xiao Xiao hurried to unlock the door. Creak.
The door opened, So Fong stepped in, glanced at Tay Xiao Xiao, then fixed on Tay Vidin.
You are injured?
He calmed, as long as not fatal, she could be saved.
Just a small wound.
Tay Vidin stared at him, never expecting to see him here.
Feeling dizzy?
So Fong frowned,
NK
placed
book.
his hand on her forehead. No, only shocked. She stayed still, feeling his warmth, which calmed her.
Thank you. Tay Vidin nodded. We talk later, first check your wound. So Fong withdrew his hand. You have a fever, likely from infection. Is it your left arm? How did you know? Tay Xiao Xiao asked. In the dark, how could he tell? Are your eyes night vision or infrared? She squinted. Rolling your eyes is not a good habit. So Fong chuckled. Tay Xiao Xiao felt awkward. Right, my friends are outside, bring them in. So Fong added. Don't move, let me check. He carefully unwrapped her left arm. Tay Vidin stared at him, though she could not see his face, only his outline. How is it? So Fong asked. It's fine. She shook her head, then added, thank you. Disciple? Tay Vidin whispered. Yes, disciple.
So Fong set the bandage aside, the wound was badly infected.
So Fong, you found Vidin?
Van Han rushed in with a torch.
Firelight filled the room. Chapter 1205, for So Fong's honor?
Van Han froze for a moment, then her eyes reddened with excitement as she said, Sister Vidin, you are fine, that is truly great.
I am fine.
Tay Vidin felt warmth in her heart, surprised that Van Han also came.
This is great, since Miss Tay is unharmed we can rest assured.
Tay That and Tay Bat both sighed in relief, holding torches at the corners of the room to fill it with light.
Thank you. Tay Vidin nodded slightly to them, clearly already acquainted. Not hard at all, it is our duty. Tay That saluted.
Tay Xiao Xiao curled her lips. Was she being treated as a torch stand?
Just a small wound. Tay Vidin answered weakly.
Van Han worriedly said, You look very weak. She has a slight fever, her hand is injured, her right foot is probably sprained. So Fong looked her over and quickly assessed her injuries.
Yes. Tay Vidin nodded again. It is fine, just minor wounds.
The heavy stone in Van Han's heart finally dropped, she smiled and cried at once.
Tay Vidin was touched and softly comforted, do not cry. I am just happy.
Van Han pouted tearfully, as long as you are fine.
Cough cough, what about the others with you?
Tay Xiao Xiao coughed twice, unable to hold back her question.
Yes. Tay That replied.
Besides us there are 2 more rescue teams, but their search methods are different.
Tay Bat explained, sweating heavily. Ah, I see.
Tay Xiao Xiao curled her lips, still annoyed at Third Master. Tay That hesitated but then flattered, with Mr. So here, it is better than sending over 100 men.
That powerful? Tay Xiao Xiao frowned. Yes, when we met grey wolves on the road, Mr. So handled them all alone. Tay Bat added. Encountered grey wolves? Tay Vidin asked.
Just a few wolf cubs, no need to worry. So Fong said calmly.
A few cubs?
Tay That twitched his lips, sounded like newborn pups, maybe even silly huskies. Tay Xiao Xiao stepped forward. No, there are no anti-inflammatory medicines in the kit.
That is troublesome.
So Fong lowered his eyes in thought.
We seem to have no anti-inflammatory medicine either.
Van Han opened her waterproof bag and poured out the packets. There were plenty of cold and hemostatic pills but none for inflammation.
We have none either. Tay That and Tay Bat said. Should we return to the beach camp? Tay That suggested. Van Han whispered, what should we do? You stay here and do not move, I will go out to dig some herbs. So Fong stood up and instructed. So Fong spoke gently, you stay to care for Vi Din, I will be quick. All right. Van Han answered tearfully.
So Fong removed the girl's protective helmet, gently ruffled her hair, and softly said, be good, I will be back soon.
Mr. So?
Tay That and Tay Bat both spoke up. Before they could finish, So Fong raised his hand to stop them. No need, you stay and guard their safety.
Yes.
The two replied helplessly. So Fong left, jumped down from the plane, and ran into the forest.
Why did he not take a torch?
Tay Xiao Xiao asked slowly.
He probably has a strong flashlight.
Tay That said uncertainly, since he had never seen So Fong use one.
Did So Fong have one?
Of course, but he did not need it, his eyesight was enough to see clearly. He ran forward, only stopping when he had gone far enough from the plane.
Looking for herbs was just an excuse.
He turned his wrist and took out anti-inflammatory herbs from his personal space, then dug up some common weeds nearby and mixed them in to avoid suspicion.
The wounded must eat something warm.
So Fong thought, it was still early, so he decided to hunt. He packed away the herbs and turned to leave. In the plane, Van Han was recounting their encounters, making Tay Xiao Xiao listen in shock.
Groping around and still hit a mountain goat over 100 meters away?
Tay Xiao Xiao said in disbelief. Yes, without an infrared scope, one shot to the head. Tay That said with excitement. Impossible, vision here is only 3 or 4 meters, how could he hit a goat 100 meters away? Tay Xiao Xiao was
full of doubt.
It is true, I went to fetch the prey, step by step I measured.
Tay That defended So Fong's honor. This is truly unbelievable.
Tay Xiao Xiao opened her mouth wide, but Tay That had no reason to lie, he was a soldier and a trusted man of the Tay family. I also find it hard to believe, but it is the truth. Tay That praised. Tay Xiao Xiao glanced at the bed and teased, Vi Din, your master is even more powerful than in imagination.
I know.
Tay Vi Din replied
books.
coolly.
TCH, women.
Tay Xiao Xiao half laughed and shook her head.
Sister Vi Din, does it still hurt? Van Han asked softly. It is better. Tay Vi Din answered gently. Right, I have some rations here, are you hungry, do you want to eat?
Van Han took out some dry rations from her waterproof bag.
Dry rations, I do not want.
Tay Xiao Xiao quickly shook her head and stood up. There is bread outside, I will go get it.
How is the Tay family now?
Tay Vi Din lifted her eyes to Tay Bat. Miss, everyone is well, Third Master has suppressed the matter, only if you know. Tay Bat respectfully replied.
Tay Vi Din then asked, and my father? Chapter 1206, the price is negotiable. Vi Din, eat something.
Tay Xiao Xiao returned and handed her bread.
No appetite.
Tay Vi Din softly refused. Sister Vi Din, you need to eat well to recover fast.
Van Han advised.
Tay Vi Din reluctantly opened her eyes, accepted the bread, unwrapped it and took small bites. Tay Xiao Xiao was surprised, she even brought a pot to the rescue.
So Fong has not returned yet. Van Han sat in the guest area, anxiously looking out into the dark night. With Mr. So's skill, he will be fine.
Tay Seven reassured softly. Yes, Mr. So is the most capable man I have ever seen.
Tay 8 echoed. Thank you.
Van Han smiled faintly to her, So Fong had always been the best. I am Tay Xiao Xiao, I have not thanked you yet. Tay Xiao Xiao sat beside Van Han.
Van Han. Van Han smiled like a flower.
Te Xiaoxiao said seriously, I know you, I saw your broadcast on Xian Noyet Island, you were amazing. Van Han blushed, waved her hands humbly, but inside she felt happy and proud.
Are you So Fong's girlfriend?
Te Xiaoxiao suddenly asked.
Ah.
Van Han froze, her face reddening, the meaning obvious.
A perfect match.
Te Xiaoxiao praised with a smile, while quietly glaring at Vai Din. What was going on?
By the way, Xiaoxiao's sister, on the plane was it only you and Vai Din's sister? Van Han asked doubtfully.
Te Xiaoxiao sighed, no, also the captain, but his luck was bad, he has passed away.
I see.
Van Han became sad. The cabin turned silent, only damp wood crackled in the fire. The four sat quietly, no more words. Over an hour later, footsteps approached. Soon, So Fong stepped into the firelight.
You are back.
Van Han breathed in relief, moving aside. He carried a gray-white wild rabbit, fat, weighing about 6 or 7 pounds.
Ah, you went hunting?
Te Xiaoxiao exclaimed.
I happened to find it, so I caught it. So Fong explained calmly. Are you hurt? Van Han asked with concern. No, I am fine.
So Fong turned before her, showing his perfect condition.
That is good. Van Han sighed, reached out. Where are the herbs? Here.
So Fong took them from his bag, placed them directly into the pot.
Oh dear, you did not wash them?
Van Han scolded lightly.
It is fine, I already bathed.
So Fong laughed awkwardly, closing the lid quietly.
That will do.
Van Han huffed softly.
So Fong coughed, instructed, handle the rabbit, when the medicine is done we will make soup. All right.
Te 7 and Te 8 answered in unison, eager to help.
Will it work? Te Xiaoxiao doubted. There is no better choice, right? So Fong replied.
Te Xiaoxiao was speechless, only hoping his medicine would work. Boil it down to 1 bowl of water.
So Fong instructed. Got it.
Te Xiaoxiao decided to watch over the medicine. So Fong shrugged, took out his satellite phone to report safety to Te Nin. The red light blinked twice, then connected.
Hey! Te Nin's voice sounded. Any news from the rescue team? So Fong asked.
Te Nin sighed helplessly, not yet, Search Team 1 lost contact, Search Team 2 has not reached.
I see. So Fong chuckled. What are you laughing at? Te Nin's voice sank.
Here, say something to your third sister. So Fong handed the phone to Te Xiaoxiao.
Who? Te Nin sounded puzzled.
It is me, your third sister. Te Xiaoxiao greeted with a bright smile.
Silence lingered on the line. Third sister?
Te Xiaoxiao called again.
Xiao. Te Nin's voice trembled, in disbelief. Te Xiaoxiao frowned. It is me, why are you not happy?
Te Xiaoxiao grew annoyed, thrust the phone back to So Fong.
So Fong chuckled, explained, she has a slight fever, already asleep. Is she all right? Te Nin grew nervous. It is fine, only some minor injuries.
So Fong lowered his voice, stepped into the room, opened the door, saw Vai Din asleep.
Her life is not in danger? Te Nin pressed. No, do not worry. So Fong closed the door. That is good. Te Nin calmed. Tomorrow we will return.
Tell the rescue team to hurry.
So Fong said warmly.
Hard to say, Team 1 not found, Team 2 cannot retreat.
Te Nin said bitterly. Need my help? So Fong grinned, added, the price is negotiable. Te Nin swallowed his words. He said reluctantly, not needed for now. All right, call me if needed, the price is negotiable. So Fong laughed, hung up.
He felt vexed, only wishing Team 2 could quickly find Team 1, to end this mess.
Chapter
NK
1207
Books.
No Blessing to Consume.
Te Xiao Xiao lifted the pot lid, saw half a pot of medicine still there. It needed to be boiled down.
So Fong, are we going back tomorrow? Van Han asked out of boredom. If nothing unexpected happens, yes. So Fong explained, but it depends on Vai Din's injury. If it does not improve, traveling would worsen it.
Then better wait until she recovers. Van Han said softly. Te Xiao Xiao added, we can wait here for some days, nothing urgent anyway.
You are that idle? So Fong asked. A bit. If Vai Din is fine, then I am too.
Te Xiao Xiao smiled. She and Vai Din were like one. Aside from her, only the clan head could move her. So when Vai Din was idle, so was she.
So Fong was surprised. So you are her guard? A subordinate?
He frowned, nodding thoughtfully.
Feels more like sisters. Van Han murmured.
Te Xiao Xiao smiled. That is true, we grew up together, like sisters.
Me and So Fong too. Van Han laughed. Good.
Te Xiao Xiao glanced between them, as if lighting a candle for someone.
Clop clop. The pot bubbled, steam rose, until only the essence remained.
Te Xiao Xiao poured the medicine into a bowl, black like ink with a strange smell, making her uneasy.
Is this really drinkable?
Will it kill her? She asked nervously. So Fong smiled, only bitter, not poisonous.
Great. She gave a thumbs up, then carried it inside. Vai Din, time for medicine.
Vai Din stirred, opened her eyes, face lit by firelight. So Fong told you to drink, hurry. Te Xiao Xiao helped her sit up, handed the black bowl. Vai Din stared at it, then at Te Xiao Xiao, lips pressed tight.
Te Xiao Xiao teased, do not look at me, your master brewed it, he even tasted it, only bitter. Hearing this, Vai Din took the bowl, sipped, bitterness spread instantly. Clop clop. She breathed deep, then closed eyes, raised chin, drank it all. Swallowing, she asked, how is it? You want to drink? Vai Din glared. No, no blessing to consume.
Te Xiao Xiao hurried, helped her lie down, joked, this good thing is yours alone. Vai Din glanced silently at her leaving back. Soon she slept again, whether from medicine or fatigue. In the guest area, Van Han washed the pot, filled with water, added cleaned hair to boil.
Meat, so long without it. Te Xiao Xiao swallowed saliva. Takes long to cook, she muttered.
Sister, sleep a while, by dawn it is ready. Van Han checked her phone, it was just past 5, dawn less than 2 hours away. If anyone needs sleep, it is you all, after traveling all night. Te Xiao Xiao scolded. So Fong sat beside the girl, took the spoon, be good, sleep, I will watch the fire.
I am not sleepy. Van Han pouted. He stroked her nose, still, you must, staying up harms skin. Van Han sulked, unable to resist. Be good. He urged. She adjusted seat, half lay down to rest. Te Xiao Xiao thought, was this dog food? Surely. You sleep too. Unexpectedly, So Fong told her. I am fine, rested in daytime, full of energy now. She replied. All right. He did not insist. Te Shur and Te Ba, on guard, strained ears, but no rest order came. So hard. They glanced, nearly wept. Te Xiao Xiao asked, what are you two talking about? Nothing. They hurried to hide. She tapped their heads, angry, then sleep, I will guard. Really not needed? She raised brow, smile ambiguous. They panicked, not needed. Good, then continue. She walked off. They lowered heads sadly. So scared, still men? So Fong laughed. What, you two cannot beat her? He asked. We cannot. Te Shur sighed, embarrassed but true. Chapter 1208, This needs talent. Tebat said gloomily, I rank below Tay that, even he cannot win, how can I possibly win? TSK TSK TSK. So Fong smirked softly, then lifted the pot lid, secretly adding blood tonics and herbs for vitality.
Tay that and Tay Bat blushed, their hearts sinking further.
Tay that bit his lip, gathering courage. Mr. So, could you teach us a few moves? Teach you a few moves?
So Fong frowned, calmly stirred the herbs into the broth, and covered the pot again.
Yes, yes. Tay that and Tay Bat nodded quickly.
So Fong thought, then shook his head, no.
Ah, why? Tay that asked in disappointment.
So Fong said calmly, once there is one time, there will be a second, I do not want more trouble.
Tay that quickly swore, I promise not to reveal even a word. I swear too. Tay Bat echoed.
So Fong remained impassive, still no, if asked, I know what choice you would make. Tay that and Tay Bat fell silent, their faces dark, for he was right, the Tay family always demanded to be first. So Fong spread his hands.
Tay Bat, unwilling, asked, Mr. So, what will make you teach us? 8,000 an hour.
So Fong smirked, a sly light in his eyes.
Ah.
Tay that and Tay Bat froze, unable to react. He regretted, perhaps the price should be 4,000 instead?
Tay Bat rejoiced, shouting, I want, before 10 o'clock, I will transfer the money. I want 20 hours.
Tay that was excited like a child with a gift.
You really have so much money? So Fong raised his mouth, wondering if the price was too low. Why are you howling? Tay Xiao Xiao stormed over, rapped their heads, scolding, the little lowly is still asleep, can you be quieter? NK Books. Understood.
Tay that and Tay Bat clasped their hands, begging pardon.
Tay Xiao Xiao squatted and asked softly, what made you so excited, tell me. Cannot say? She glanced at So Fong. Can. So Fong shrugged.
We want to buy lessons from So Fong, to learn martial arts and spear skills.
Tay that explained. Tay Xiao Xiao's mouth twitched, buy lessons? 8,000 a class, interested?
So Fong nodded with a smile, seeing it as extra income.
Tay Xiao Xiao cried out, 8,000, that easy. Shoo.
Tay Bat gestured silence.
Tay Bat shut his mouth, realizing the meaning. Then 18,000? So Fong chuckled. 18,000 is cheap too. Tay Xiao Xiao muttered.
Tay that raised his hand quietly, I think 8,000 is good.
I think so too.
Tay Bat grimaced, for 18,000 was too heavy for him.
Still 8,000 then. So Fong sighed, losing a chance to earn more.
Tay Xiao Xiao's eyes gleamed, smiling slyly, want me to buy lessons, first show me real skill. She stood, raised her hand challengingly, simple, spar with me.
You sure? So Fong teased, I will not hold back.
She haughtily replied, go all out, no need to hold back.
All out?
He smirked, picking up a log as thick as his wrist.
Crack crack.
The log snapped crisply, making her face pale.
You really want me all out? He asked again. She gritted her teeth, nodding, yes. Truly sure? He grabbed 2 logs and broke them both. Not sure. She twitched, thinking, is this a human monster?
One punch could shatter organs.
Good.
So Fong sighed, he disliked fighting women, too risky.
Her eyes shone with hope, if I buy lessons, can I be as strong as you? Hard.
He shook his head, this needs talent.
Have you heard the saying, 1% effort, 99% talent? She gnashed her teeth, angry at his arrogance.
She sighed, brushed her hair, and forced a smile, if not, why buy lessons?
Then can I beat Vi Din? She asked again. Beat her now? He raised an eyebrow. Yes.
She lowered her voice, glancing at the door. It will be hard, and you may not surpass her, for as you progress, she progresses more.
He spoke slowly. Because she is your disciple? She bit her lip. Yes. He smiled without comment. Then can you take another disciple?
She nearly knelt suddenly.
Stop. He lifted his leg, blocking her knee before she could kneel fully. Chapter 1209. What kind of divine development is this? Ha ha, what a headache.
So Fong took a deep breath and said with a bitter smile, I am not your master.
You are.
Tai Xiao Xiao replied seriously.
Please, spare me.
So Fong could not help stepping back 2 steps.
Ha ha ha. You are joking, right? So Fong asked awkwardly. Of course, it is obvious.
Tai Xiao Xiao laughed. Bai Din is your disciple, I am only her attendant, how could I worship you as a teacher?
Attendant? So Fong raised his brows, confused. Yes. Tai Xiao Xiao nodded. I am an orphan. When I was little I had no food nor clothes, I almost froze to death on the street. It was the Tai family that took me in, gave me food and clothes, even sent me abroad to study. She smiled.
I already said, though Bai Din and I are master and servant, we are closer than real sisters.
I understand. So Fong sighed silently, such a life is not bad.
Back to business, the class we bought, 8,000 yuan per hour. Tai Xiao Xiao smirked mischievously.
All right.
So Fong breathed a sigh of relief. As long as he did not have to take a disciple, it was fine. Mr. So, leave your contact. When we return to Jinghai City, we will invite you to lecture.
Taba raised his phone. Clatter clatter.
The rabbit soup boiled, so Fong added salt, covered it again to simmer.
Ah. Tai Xiao Xiao yawned. Going to sleep? So Fong teased. No. She shook her head, then asked, the contest is over, what will you do next? Make money. So Fong answered without hesitation. She frowned, is the prize money not enough? Not enough. He shook his head with a smile, there are many expenses, and who would dislike more money? I would. She smiled.
So Fong twitched his lips and stayed silent.
What are you thinking?
He sensed her strange gaze and asked warily.
Nothing.
She shrugged and walked into the room.
He pondered but gave up.
Time passed, darkness faded, light covered the island again. The girls still slept, the rabbit soup was done, creamy white like milk, maybe due to the ingredients or his cooking. It looked strange, but the taste was very good, pure fragrance, rabbit meat tender and melting in the mouth.
You eat first, just leave some for Vai Din and Van Han. He said gently. No need, we will eat dry rations.
Tai Chi and Taba shook their heads, that pot of soup was small, even one girl could eat it all.
Half an hour later, the girl yawned and woke, rubbed her head, sniffed the aroma of rabbit soup.
So Fong stroked her head and said softly, rinse your mouth then eat soup.
All right.
Van Han perked up, washed her face and came out. He opened the door, sunlight filled the room. Vai Din opened her eyes, before she spoke, he checked her forehead.
Good, the fever eased. He said softly. Yes, much better. She bit her lip, are we leaving today? No rush, tomorrow is fine. He replied.
He checked her wound, inflammation
NK
controlled, no infection.
Then can we leave earlier? She asked again. No, your leg is not healed. He frowned. Master can carry me. She said flatly. Master? She called again.
He felt a headache, waved his hand, better call me So Fong.
All right, master.
A smile flashed in her eyes.
Vai Din, drink soup.
Tai Xiao Xiao handed her a bowl.
I have no appetite.
She pursed her lips.
Drink, it is good for your health. He smiled. All right.
She took the bowl and sipped slowly. Before leaving, he said, stay one more day, leave tomorrow.
Okay. Tai Xiao Xiao replied. Can we contact third uncle? Vi Din asked. Yes, So Fong has a satellite phone. Tay Xiao Xiao said.
Vi Din thought, then said, give it to me, I need to talk to third uncle.
Okay.
Tay Xiao Xiao agreed, went with So Fong to fetch the phone. Soon, Van Han ran in, gave the phone to Vi Din, asked about her health, felt relieved.
Van Han. So Fong called from outside. Coming.
She answered, reminding Vi Din to rest.
Yes. Vi Din smiled faintly.
When all left, she held the phone, hesitated, then called Taijin Yen.
Chapter 1210, Real or Fake? So Fong?
The satellite phone quickly connected, and Tay Chan Nin's voice came through the receiver.
Third uncle.
Tay Vi Din called softly.
Vi Din?
Tay Chan Nin was startled, then asked excitedly, So Fong said you were injured, how are you now?
Is it serious? Do you need a medical team to assist? Just a sprain. The cold aura around Tay Vi Din eased a little. That is good.
Tay Chan Nin sighed in relief, then began to complain, these days have not been easy, you must come back soon, the second brother keeps pressing me, I can hardly stop him.
Tomorrow I will return.
Tay Vi Din lifted her lips slightly.
Good, then I can feel at ease. Tay Chan Nin let out a long breath. How is grandfather's situation? Tay Vi Din asked again. Tay Vi Din snorted lightly, She was silent for a while, then asked, how is Vi Kyo? How did you know I knew about Vi Kyo? Tay Chan Nin's voice carried amusement. Third uncle cannot not know. Tay Vi Din replied calmly. Tay E, good.
In her mind appeared a tall and slender figure with short hair, giving off a mature aura. Tay Chan Nin laughed heartily, just rest well, I will handle her matters, as for the inspection agency and the people behind, when you return we will deal with them slowly.
Anything else? Tay Vi Din asked.
Tay Chan Nin paused, then got used to it, nothing, take care of yourself.
All right.
Before her words ended, the satellite phone was hung up. She stared blankly at the phone. Outside the plane, So Fong and Van Han were digging soil.
Yes, they were really digging. So Fong, are there really ginseng here?
Van Han rubbed her face, dirt all over. So Fong suddenly called her out, saying he found ginseng, so they started digging.
Yes. So Fong affirmed. After breakfast he strolled around the plane, unexpectedly finding broken ginseng branches. The marks on the ground showed they were cut by the propeller. Good, then continue digging. Van Han said innocently, holding a wooden stick to dig.
They used wood instead of a military knife, afraid of cutting the ginseng roots and lowering its value, though the medicinal effect remained unchanged.
What are you doing?
Tay Xiao Xiao jumped down from the plane and came over.
Digging ginseng.
So Fong replied casually.
This place has ginseng?
Tay Xiao Xiao looked doubtful.
I do not believe.
Tay Xiao Xiao said arrogantly.
So Fong smiled, want to bet? All right, what bet?
Tay Xiao Xiao was interested, a good way to pass time.
What do you have? So Fong asked. Me? Tay Xiao Xiao laughed confidently, I have beauty, a body, and money, what do you want?
So Fong was speechless, he gained a new view of her.
Then what can you give me? Tay Xiao Xiao asked. I will teach you martial arts for 2 days free. So Fong thought and said. Deal.
Tay Xiao Xiao agreed and prepared to squat down to help.
Better let me do it, I fear you will break the roots, that will lose a lot of money. So Fong stopped her. Such a money lover. Tay Xiao Xiao was both angry and amused. That is good. Van Han smiled gently. Helpless, both big and small are money lovers. Tay Xiao Xiao was speechless. Mississippi. The voices of Tay 7 and Tay 8 sounded.
The three turned back. Tay Vi Din just stepped out from the cabin, sitting at the plane hole, watching them.
just breathing fresh air. She explained. All right.
So Fong smiled and continued digging.
Ah, so Fong, is this a ginseng root? Van Han exclaimed. Let me see.
So Fong pushed away the black soil and lifted a root. It is ginseng, luck is not bad.
He confirmed with a smile. No way, so lucky?
Tay Xiao Xiao could not sit still, hurried over. Seems Xiao Xiao's sister lost.
Van Han said innocently.
Not certain yet, true or fake must dig it all to know.
Tay Xiao Xiao snorted. All right, I will make you convinced. So Fong laughed, took the stick and dug. Fake, fake. Tay Xiao Xiao muttered. So Fong laughed again, rest assured, fake cannot be true, true cannot be fake.
Humph, even if true it does not matter.
NK Books. Little money is nothing to me.
Tay Xiao Xiao said arrogantly, but her eyes fixed on the soil. So Fong laughed loudly, digging faster, already sure it was at least 30 years old.
30-year ginseng was worth tens of thousands of yuan.
At least 30 years old. Tay Xiao Xiao sighed, that money was indeed nothing to her.
I said at least. So Fong chuckled, continuing to dig.
The roots are so long, seems endless.
Van Han exclaimed.
So Fong smiled, looked at Tay Xiao Xiao, teasing, 60 years old. Tay Xiao Xiao's lips froze, she thought today must be a day not suitable for betting. 60-year ginseng was worth at least 200,000 yuan.
Chapter 12:11 Luck Beyond Belief.
20,000 yuan was equal to 25 hours of teaching, thinking like that it was not too painful. So Fong froze for a moment, then shrugged, the world of the rich was beyond his understanding. The mud pit grew deeper, and the ginseng root was slowly dug out intact.
Is this only 60 years of medicinal spirit?
Tay that whispered, he had once helped Vai Din with such things, earlier So Fong wanted herbs and handed it to him.
At least 90 years of medicinal spirit.
So Fong shook off the mud, the ginseng root was whole and could fetch tens of thousands of yuan. Tay Tiu Tiu felt her head ache, the account balance was about to lose several zeros.
Your luck is amazing. So Fong smiled.
Ha ha ha, if this is a century-old ginseng I fear you will break your word.
So Fong laughed openly.
Humph, it is not that I lack money, even century-old ginseng I can buy.
Tay Tiu Tiu felt slighted and glared at him angrily. Ha, how about we bet again? So Fong teased.
Tay Tiu Tiu stiffened, awkwardly replied, no betting, small bets move feelings, big bets hurt lives.
What a pity. So Fong sighed. Tay Tiu Tiu rolled her eyes, asked, could you really find more ginseng?
This mysterious mist island had never been developed, herbs were abundant, century-old herbs should not be few.
How about this, you search, I dig, then when selling we split 8-2, you aid me too, how about that?
Tay Tiu Tiu smiled sweetly, secretly planning to entice him to make up her loss.
Why would I need you to dig?
So Fong smirked, I can ask Tay that and Tay Bat, just give them half, I trust they would agree.
Willing.
Tay that quickly said.
Really willing?
Tay Tiu Tiu narrowed her eyes at him. He forced his mouth down and said against his will, not willing.
So Fong could only laugh bitterly, all dignity gone. How is it?
Tay Tiu Tiu asked smugly.
Sorry, I will not sell the ginseng, I keep it for use.
So Fong said apologetically.
Why do you need ginseng?
Tay Tiu Tiu froze, then her expression turned odd, her eyes darted between Van Han and So Fong, she lowered her voice, kidney tonic? So Fong's face twitched, damn it kidney tonic.
Van Han blushed, why was Tay Tiu Tiu staring at her? That strange look and envy, what was that? Did she misunderstand? Why envy?
Tay Tiu Tiu thought she guessed right, nodded teasing, I get it, you keep it for yourself.
I understand, even if you deny, it is fine, men are like that. Tay Tiu Tiu blinked knowingly.
So Fong was losing his mind, how could this conversation be so absurd?
I need the ginseng for alchemy. He sighed, explaining. Yes, alchemy, I know. Tai Tu Tu nodded solemnly. So Fong shut his mouth, he could not continue. So Fong does not have kidney weakness. Van Han whispered. Tai Vi Din suddenly asked, how do you know? Tai Tu Tu, Tai that, and Tai Bat were all stunned. What did she mean by that? Van Han regretted, she should not have said that. So Fong coughed to break it up. Cough, do not make trouble, you will know later what ginseng can do. Van Han looked at him and said seriously, So Fong, I believe you, you do not have kidney weakness. Mr. So, need a hand? Tai Bat asked. Not for now. So Fong put away the ginseng. Before everyone he could only store it in a waterproof bag. Keep looking, maybe more ginseng. Van Han said eagerly. So Fong nodded, used his wooden stick to search, soon found another ginseng, indeed 70 years of medicinal spirit. Such good luck. Tai Tu Tu sighed. So Fong's luck has always been good. She rarely praised him, it surprised Tai That and Tai Bat. After more than half an hour, he dug a third ginseng, also more than 70 years. Build a bond with him. Tai Vi Din whispered. Why, you afraid I dislike him? Tai Tu Tu asked. Tai Vi Din glanced at her without replying. Tai Tu Tu murmured, do not worry, he does not give me a bad feeling, at least not a bad man. Be a bit bolder. Question mark. Women. Sometimes must be brave, do not fear. Tai Tu Tu muttered to herself, whether Tai Vi Din heard or not only she knew. If he wants money, with such luck, why not buy lottery tickets? Tai Tu Tu said. Not lottery, then horse racing is also fine. She was used to Tai Vi Din's silence, kept talking. So Fong, what is this? So lucky, this is Ganoderma. And this one? Wild wolfberry. Tai Tu Tu was speechless, his luck was heaven-defying. You cannot afford it. She stabbed mercilessly. So Fong decided not to speak with her, too insulting. Want? Tai Vi Din asked. Want. So Fong casually replied, treating it as a joke. Chapter 12:12, Lean on Me. Deep within Misty Island, where the wrecked plane lay. Han yawned. Today she woke earlier than usual, darkness had not fully receded. Not sleeping a bit longer? Xiao Xiao's voice came. Han turned, seeing her sneak from the room. I have slept enough. Han greeted gently. How is Sister Wei? She asked softly. Xiao Xiao replied, finished burning and retreated. I could not see clearly, the room was too dim. I hope the inflammation is gone. Han prayed. It will, Feng's medicine is very effective. Xiao Xiao teased. Yes, very effective. Han smiled with confidence. Then there is nothing to worry about. Xiao Xiao laughed, leaving Han and going to wash. Han thought, felt at ease, and went to wash too. Feng and the others appeared more than an hour later. The sky was bright but heavy mist blocked the blue sky and white clouds. Wei also came out, still limping. How do you feel? Feng asked while chewing rations. Much better. Wei replied softly. Sit, let me check the wound. Feng nodded at a chair. All right. Wei sat, unwrapped the bandage herself. Feng pressed gently, then said, the inflammation is mostly gone, the wound needs air, no more bandage. Okay. Wei nodded. Here, have bread, we will set off soon. Xiao Xiao placed bread on the table. Wei silently ate. Not resting one more day? Han asked. Feng looked at Wei, meaning they could rest a day or two more. No, safer to return earlier. Wei said after swallowing. After breakfast, they packed herbs, lifted waterproof bags, and left the plane. Sister Wei, can you walk? Han asked. Miss Wei, let me carry you. Seventh stepped forward. Wei gave him a look, he fell silent and retreated. Eighth also held back. Can you walk? Feng asked. I can.
Wei frowned, limping forward slowly and with difficulty.
Feng.
Han tugged his sleeve, her face troubled.
Feng looked at her. Why not carry Sister Wei? Han whispered. You want me to carry her? Feng was surprised. Why would I mind? Han looked puzzled.
Wei turned, surprised.
Disgusted? Feng frowned. Wei leaned on his back without hesitation, holding tightly. Feng lifted her easily.
Seventh and eighth exchanged looks, so it was only the wrong person.
Feng, be careful. Xiao Xiao reminded. All right. Feng answered, walking the old path. It will be fine. He smiled, shaking his head.
Wei leaned her head on his shoulder, avoiding branches. Xiao Xiao bit her lip. Wei also acted like a shy bird. Seventh and eighth were shocked. Wei leaned her head, really leaned.
Hurry up. Han urged gently. Are you too tired to rest? No. Seventh and eighth shook their heads quickly, focusing on the road. Crack.
Feng walked fast, face calm, no panting, no sweat.
Over 2 hours later, Wei asked, Feng, need to rest? I do not.
Han shook her head, the path was easier now.
Xiao Xiao forced herself, I do not either.
Feng nodded, set Wei down, spoke warmly, then rest half an hour, eat something to regain strength. Xiao Xiao stayed quiet, but her favor for him grew. She was exhausted, her feet blistered and bleeding. Leaving the plain, Xiao Xiao searched, only found sandals, no shoes.
Are your feet all right? Feng asked. Fine, no problem.
Xiao Xiao endured, hiding her pain. She blushed, huffed, and turned away.
Xiao Xiao, take my shoes. Wei removed hers and handed them. If you give me yours, what will you wear?
Xiao Xiao refused.
Chapter 12-13, Wrong Seniority.
Tai Tiu Tiu stayed silent for a moment, lowered her head and said softly, You win. She took the sneakers from Tai Vai Din, carefully removed the hard shoes, her heel revealed scratches, luckily the wound was small, only bleeding a little.
Sister Tiu Tiu, I have hemostatic medicine and band-aids. Van Han took a package from the waterproof bag. Thank you.
Tai Tiu Tiu replied with gratitude. She applied the medicine, stuck on the band-aid and wore the shoes again, immediately feeling much better.
Sister Vai Din, I have new socks, wear them, walking barefoot is easy to get hurt.
Van Han took out a pair of unopened socks.
All right. Tai Vai Din nodded. What else is in your bag? Tai Tiu Tiu asked in surprise. A lot, what do you want? Van Han replied innocently. Do you have candy?
Tai Tiu Tiu pressed her lips.
Van Han chuckled, pulled out a candy bar, yes, mint flavor and coconut flavor, which one? Mint. Tai Tiu Tiu was surprised, she did not expect real candy. Here. Van Han handed the mint candy. Do you have a nail clipper? Tai Tiu Tiu asked again. In the multi-tool, there is a nail clipper. Van Han opened the multi-tool. Thanks. Tai Tiu Tiu glanced at the waterproof bag, it was like a treasure pouch. So Feng even has shampoo. Tai that suddenly said. What? Tai Tiu Tiu turned to look at So Feng. Do you want to wash your hair? So Feng asked. No, I do not.
Tai Tiu Tiu shook her head quickly, she was only surprised. Time passed slowly, fog remained thick, vision no more than 4 meters.
When can we get out of this cursed place? Tai Tiu Tiu muttered.
I wonder how Sister Tin Noyet is now.
Van Han said gently. Let Uncle Tam call to report safety. Tai Vai Din spoke. So Fong smiled. All right, the phone is in my chest pocket, you call. Books. Hearing that, Tai Vaidin opened the buttons, took out the satellite phone.
So Fong gently held her up. Her face blushed, her body stiffened. After a while she calmed down again.
Tai Vaidin dialed Tai Chan Nin. Hello? It is me. She said. On the way back? He asked with concern. I will send people to meet you. He added. No need. She refused.
His hand trembled, feeling the temperature around drop.
All right, be careful then. He felt a toothache, sighed helplessly. Call Tin Noyet to report safety.
Her tone was calm.
Yes, Grandma. He laughed bitterly.
Tai Vaidin curved her lips coldly. Wrong seniority.
What? He had not reacted yet, the phone was cut off. He sighed deeply. Why always hung up? A follower reminded that this place was not safe. Where? He roared when the follower disappeared. Here.
The follower returned trembling.
You call Tin Noyet. He gave the number, not wanting to be hung up again. Yes.
The follower was in tears but obeyed. He dialed, but it was hung up right away.
Please answer.
He prayed, called again.
1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Please no.
He whimpered, called the 4th time.
Turned off? He muttered, is it off or blocked?
Helpless, he borrowed another phone. No matter what, today he must call.
Half an hour later, after 3 phones, finally connected. Hello?
No. Tin Noyet's cold voice sounded, clearly angry. Today the phone was disturbed too much.
Ah, really found Vaidin?
She exclaimed.
Yes.
He sighed with relief, this time no hang up.
Are they hurt? How are they now? She asked anxiously.
Miss Vaidin only twisted her ankle, Mr. So, and Miss Van Han are safe, no need to worry.
He said. That is good. She breathed out. Well. He wanted to add. If nothing unexpected, 3 days later will arrive. He said. All right. She noted. Well. Can I go pick them up? She asked again.
He rubbed his forehead, whispered, Ugh, going and returning is troublesome, better you wait quietly.
Cannot go? She frowned. Must ask Master Tam.
He replied.
Master Tam? She wondered.
The one you called more than 10 times last time without answer.
He reminded. Him, then you go ask. She muttered. Wait, one last question. She said. What? Next time please just send a message.
She hung up right after, leaving only the busy tone.
Why did I not think of that? He sighed. Master, the mission is done. Who hung up first?
He narrowed his eyes.
I. He lied. Good job. He sneered. Chapter 12-14, Not Something.
After a hard day's march, when night fell they finally found water.
Tonight let's just eat simply. Van Han took out the compressed rations, biscuits, and dried meat. Do we have a pot for hot water? Ti Xiao Xiao looked at So Fong with hope. I see.
Ti Xiao Xiao sighed. Ti Wei Ding stayed silent, chewing rations.
Mr. So, are we not hunting tonight? T7 asked. It's not that easy. So Fong smiled. Unless you are willing to bleed a little to lure beasts? Better not. T7 shrank back quickly.
Dinner was plain, rations filled their bellies.
Let's boil tea.
Van Han placed the pot on the fire, filling it with water. Under the gaze of the group, she pulled out a small tea bag, tore it, and poured leaves inside.
Any coffee? Ti Xiao Xiao asked. Yes, I will brew some for you. Van Han answered quickly. Good. Ti Xiao Xiao smiled.
Soon the water boiled, tea was ready, they shared the only paper cup from the plane. The rest was poured in the kettle, water boiled again for coffee.
So good. Ti Xiao Xiao sipped coffee. Drink more. Ti Wei Ding whispered. Why? Ti Xiao Xiao asked. She twitched, looking at the cup not knowing whether to drink. All right, that's settled. Ti Xiao Xiao clapped.
So Fong said gently, we must take turns to watch, or tomorrow we'll have no strength.
Fine, I agree. Ti Xiao Xiao said. T7 and T8 guard first, wake me at 2. So Fong smiled. Okay. They both exhaled in relief. Then everyone rest early. So Fong clapped. I want to bathe.
Van Han raised her hand.
Me too. Ti Wei Ding added. Go, but be careful with your wound. So Fong warned. Yes. She stood up with support. I'll help you. Ti Xiao Xiao held her. Here, shampoo and soap. So Fong gave them. Thanks. Van Han smiled, walking away.
He set up a waterproof cloth dividing the camp. Russell, hearing noise behind the cloth, he glared at T7 and T8. They shivered and stepped back.
Satisfied, he stood guard until the girls finished bathing. You guys wash too.
Van Han dried her hair by the fire. Cold stream water hit his body, even so Fong shivered, mind clear.
Washing took 20 minutes.
The night was dark, no moon, only fire. At dawn, So Fong smiled, he had done his watch.
Van Han and Ti Wei Ding woke. My waist hurts. Ti Xiao Xiao rubbed.
Sleep more, you'll get used.
So Fong said. Still, I prefer a soft bed.
She rolled her eyes.
Got it.
Breakfast was rations, filling their stomachs.
After 20 minutes, So Fong waved, move out. Okay. Everyone answered.
Maybe luck, or his killing aura, 2 days passed without danger. I recall this place, after half an hour we'll reach the beach.
T8 pointed. Then let's rest first. So Fong said. Okay.
They were tired. Ti Xiao Xiao excited, we can finally leave this cursed place.
Russell, a sound came. What's that? She jumped. Nothing. So Fong said. Ti Jinyan frowned, why call him nothing?
He led 3 rescuers from the fog, face odd.
Ah, not nothing, it's third master. Ti Xiao Xiao breathed relief. Cough, I came to fetch you. Ti Jinyan forced a smile.
Ti Wei Ding frowned, especially seeing the stretcher, face colder.
Ti Jinyan shivered. You are not hurt, right? No, only tired. So Fong smiled politely. Hard work, I will host a feast for you. Ti Jinyan grinned, shocking his men. Wei Ding, lie down, you need rest. So Fong said. All right. She lay on the stretcher.
The rescue team lifted her carefully.
Go, just hold on, rest outside. So Fong comforted. Van Han, come.
He held her hand.
She asked, what is it? Get on my back, I will carry you. He said softly. Chapter 12:15, Making Money is Not Easy? Hurry up.
So Fong said firmly. The girl, helpless, blushed and leaned on So Fong's back, her hands naturally wrapping around his neck.
Had ha.
So Fong stood upright, holding the girl steady. Te Vaidin glanced back, only to see Te Chan Nin's aura chill the air around him.
Vaidin, this time you suffered.
Te Chan Nin felt guilty for no reason, guilty in a way he could not explain.
Mm.
Te Vaidin closed her eyes, not seeing to avoid annoyance.
Tay Chan Nin truly could not understand why she was angry. So Fong carried the girl at the rear, the two whispered to each other, sometimes laughing, drawing glances. Half an hour later, the cool sea breeze blew, spirits lifted, they reached the coast. Splash! Waves struck rocks and shore, spraying white foam. The tent was blown open, everyone ran outside. Vi Din. No Tin Noyet ran excitedly, behind her Lin Lo held an umbrella. Indeed, rain had started, though light. No Tin Noyet and Lin Lo had entered Mist Island to bring back Tay Vi Din and the group safely. Tin Noyet, why are you here? Tay Vi Din sat up on the stretcher. Worried for you. Seeing her safe, No Tin Noyet sighed in relief. Sister Tin Noyet, long time no see. Van Han jumped off So Fong's back, happily hugging No Tin Noyet. Really, leaving without a word, making me worry half to death. No Tin Noyet hugged her tight, scolding angrily. Van Han rubbed her head, acting cute. Sorry, things were too urgent, I forgot. Mum. Van Han's small mouth was pinched, words muffled. You worried her. So Fong smiled, approaching. Not injured? No Tin Noyet asked with concern. No, just tired. So Fong replied gently. You worked hard. No Tin Noyet sighed. Lin Lo folded the umbrella twisted by sea wind, smiling, returning safe is enough. Everyone, go into the tent, do not get wet. Tay Chan Nin called. Okay. The tent was spacious, all entered without crowding. Have some hot tea. The young man poured tea for all. Sit down. He invited. Here? No Tin Noyet frowned. Skip sitting, hurry contact boat or plane to take us back. No Tin Noyet said casually. The plane is already on its way. Tay Chan Nin, somewhat aggrieved, Great Tam Master ordered about daily. Well done. No Tin Noyet affirmed. Still no rescue news? So Fong suddenly asked. None. Tay Chan Nin sighed, one team lost contact, two had no progress, as if vanished. Even the dogs could not find them? So Fong was surprised, with dogs it should not be hard. Yes, even the dogs could not. Tay Chan Nin gave a bitter smile. So Fong frowned, murmuring, then it is strange. I think so too, just hope two teams send good news soon. Tay Chan Nin prayed. Hope so. So Fong shrugged. Thump thump thump. Outside, a helicopter slowly landed on the beach. You all return to Kin Hai City first, I will thank you after I handle matters. Tay Chan Nin smiled. Okay. They agreed, left the tent and the drizzle toward the helicopter. Tay Vi Din was taken up first, sent straight to the hospital. I do not want, I was frightened, need rest for days, after recovering I will help you. Tay Tiu Tiu opened her eyes, lying. Tay Chan Nin glared, before he spoke, she shut the door. AI. Watching the helicopter leave, Tay Chan Nin sighed. The young man hesitated, then whispered, Tam Master, maybe ask So Fong to help. Will you pay? Tay Chan Nin glanced. I said nothing. The young man shut his mouth. Money is not easy, do not waste it. Tay Chan Nin left those words, returning to the tent. Not easy to earn? The young man's lips twitched, how could those words come from Tam Master? Daily millions of yuan flowed to him easily. Not waste money? Anyone else could say, but not him. On Mist Island he once spent 100 million yuan as a gift. On the helicopter, Van Han sat beside So Fong, Tay Tiu Tiu sat other side, opposite were Tay Vi Din, Lin Lo and No Tin Noyet. Tay That and Tay Bat stayed on the island to help. Your faces look pale, Lin Lo observed. So Fong explained, it is fine, we have not been under sun. That will not do, at home sunbathe. No Tin Noyet said seriously. Actually good, no need to tan. Van Han said innocently. Foolish, it will not last. So Fong chuckled. Fine. Van Han smiled. You're beautiful enough, too pale looks odd. No Tin Noyet laughed. Ding. Ding. Someone's phone rang with message alerts. Chapter 12:16, King Chi goes online. From Mist Island back, the helicopter landed at the airport, and So Fong's group disembarked one by one. Tai Vi Din was carried down by waiting medical staff. I am not disabled. Her eyelids trembled, it was only a sprained ankle, why such a big scene? The third master and the second boss ordered it. The gray-haired female director smiled bitterly. The third master was Tai Chan Nin, the second boss was Tai Chan Vu. The reason for that title was complicated. He was second in the family order, second in business, second in spending money, and even second in intelligence, so he was called the second boss. Did the second boss come? Tai Vi Din asked softly. No, the second boss has social engagements today. The female director explained. I see. Tai Vi Din was helpless, she would stay, her father had already spoken. Miss Tu Tu, the second boss also ordered you to undergo a full health check. The female director turned to say. I do not need it, I am lively and not hurt. Tai Tu Tu waved to refuse. Please, do not make it hard for us. The female director smiled bitterly. Fine. Tai Tu Tu compromised. So Fong held the girl's hand, waved goodbye. Take care of your bodies, I will visit in 2 days. Mr. So, the second boss also asked you to check, to rule out hidden risks. The female director smiled kindly. Haha, why not stay and join us? Tai Tu Tu laughed. Mr. So, this. The female director's smile faded. So Fong's smile dropped, his tone calm. What, is there a problem? He smiled politely. Does it concern me? The female director's face soured. The second boss only cares for you. Thank him, but no need for a check, just care well for Vi Din. So Fong waved, holding the girl's hand to leave. Mr. So? The female director called. I think you are tired of being director. Tai Vi Din's voice was cold. The female director paled, voice trembling. Miss Vi Din, it was indeed the second boss's order. So what? She retorted. Vi Din, I will come in 2 days. So Fong waved, helpless. All right. Her voice returned calm. Then Vi Din, I will also come in 2 days. No Tin Noyet, seeing the tense air, chose to retreat. All right. Tai Vi Din agreed. Rest well, especially your foot, do not wander. No Tin Noyet said and left. At the hospital gate, the female director lowered her head in silence. Beep beep. The call connected, Tai Chan Vu's strong voice rang. Vi Din? Yes. She answered, asking. You had them force So Fong to stay? Even this small matter failed. His tone was displeased. Second boss, are you serious? She frowned. He sighed, tone softening. Vi Din, call me father. Because I know, I want to investigate him. He explained. No need at all. She gripped the phone. Vi Din. His voice softened more. Second boss, mind your work, do not meddle. She hung up firmly. In the taxi, So Fong sat by the driver, Van Han, No Tin Noyet and Lam Lo in the back. Talk more at home. So Fong spoke gently. All right. The three nodded. At 5 in the afternoon, the car entered Villa 7, stopping before So Fong's home. Do not shout tired. He scolded. You insisted on coming. I did not shout. Van Han pouted. Be good. He patted her head gently. Go shower, change clothes, they are musty.
Yes, a little smelly. She sniffed her sleeve, grimaced, and ran upstairs.
Sit down, drinks are in the fridge. He laughed.
All right, you also shower, your smell is heavy.
No tin no yet teased. What to drink? Lam Lo went to the kitchen. Coca-Cola.
No tin no yet replied.
No, fat president, no soda. Lam Lo refused. Why ask then? She glared. Fine.
She leaned back on the sofa, drank a carton of milk in one go.
You are what you drink. Lam Lo suddenly said. What did you say? She choked, milk dripping down. Nothing.
He stifled laughter, snapped a photo.
What are you doing? She sat upright.
Posting status, you have not posted all week, I help you.
NK Books.
He skillfully opened the app, posted the photo without edits.
I will kill you. She gasped. Do not be mad, you are lazy, I create heat for you. He put away his phone. No need to thank me. Chapter 12-17, Big and Small Greedy for Money.
No, fans will only find you silly and cute. Lin Luo said casually, besides, your public image will not collapse so easily.
If it does, then you can cry, I do not care.
Wu Tingyue thought it through, she had earned enough money, even if she left showbiz now, it would be fine.
Do not worry, I am confident.
Lin Luo replied with pride.
Fine then.
Wu Tingyue wiped the milk at her lips, threw the empty box into the bin.
Lin Luo asked, are we staying here tonight? We can go to Wei Ting's house too.
Wu Tingyue crossed her legs without care, saying deliberately, that way it will not disturb us being together. Then go to Wei Ting's place, remember to tell her.
Lin Luo reminded. Got it. Wu Tingyue answered while already sending a message.
Wei Ting replied quickly with just 2 words, good.
Settled.
Wu Tingyue put away her phone, switched it to silent.
Sleep early tonight, tomorrow we have work. Lin Luo advised.
Wu Tingyue glanced, we have not even had dinner, you speak too soon.
Just a reminder. Lin Luo laughed. What do we eat tonight?
So Fong came down in shorts, hair messy.
Something simple. Wu Tingyue said. I want meat.
The voice of Yun Han came from upstairs.
All right. So Fong smiled.
Then braised fish, stewed beef, and boiled meat slices.
For vegetables, just stir-fry some. He said. Sounds good, but will it be enough for Yun Han? Wu Tingyue lowered her voice. How about fried eggplant? Lin Luo whispered. Easy, want some? So Fong smiled. Lin Luo nodded shyly, yes, thank you.
He went into the kitchen, washed garlic and ginger, chopped them, cooked rice, prepared peppers and spices. Yun Han finished bathing, came down, put on an apron, started helping.
Need help?
Lin Luo and Wu Tingyue peeked in.
No, go bathe, save time, we will play mahjong tonight. Yun Han waved. All right.
Wu Tingyue raised her brow at her manager, mahjong meant no early sleep.
I do not care, we must sleep by midnight, remind me.
Lin Luo said sternly.
Fine, you urge me then. Wu Tingyue threw the words, went upstairs to bathe. Oof.
Lin Luo gritted her teeth, chased her into the bathroom. Thanks to So Fong and the girls, dinner was ready at 6.
So fragrant, the color and taste are perfect. Lin Luo inhaled, reaching to grab. Wait, let me take photos first.
Wu Tingyue stopped her, took 8 or 9 shots.
Done yet? Yun Han asked eagerly, already hungry. Okay. Wu Tingyue smiled. Let's eat. The fried eggplant is delicious. The braised fish is good too, no bones at all.
Yun Han ate happily, mouth never stopping, her bowl always filled with meat. Dinner ended after 40 minutes, only empty dishes remained.
Sit, I will clean.
Lin Luo collected bowls, put them in the dishwasher.
Come, mahjong begins.
Wu Tingyue waved, went to the game room. They followed, the mahjong table started, tiles auto-arranged.
So Fong, the song is released, when are you free?
Lin Luo asked while drawing tiles.
Of course, for promotion, join singing shows.
Lin Luo said seriously.
Singing shows? So Fong frowned. 500,000 yuan. Wu Tingyue added. Yun Han looked at him with hope. So Fong?
He twitched his lips.
When to record? He asked reluctantly.
Lin Luo saw hope, quickly said, tomorrow if free, finish fast. All right, tomorrow then, hope it does not waste time.
So Fong sighed. It will not.
Lin Luo smiled, played while contacting the program staff.
Play properly first. Wu Tingyue scolded. Heavens, is earning money less important than mahjong? Lin Luo glared. Of course mahjong is more important, I am not short of money. Wu Tingyue said. Oof. Lin Luo clenched teeth.
10 minutes later, she put down her phone, said tomorrow she and So Fong would attend the show for the new song.
Yun Han, you join too, alright? Is there money? Yun Han asked shyly. Yes. Yun Han's eyes brightened, she nodded. Lin Luo sighed, indeed money can move even spirits. Actors earn money easily. Yun Han muttered. Do not envy, when I do business. Money will come faster.
So Fong patted her head.
We still have not gone to Demangzhai. Yun Han murmured. Soon, after visiting friends we will go.
So Fong said gently.
Chapter 12:18, on television.
So Fong and Van Han woke up on the large bed, their messy hair like bird nests made them laugh.
Our hair exploded.
Van Han dove into So Fong's chest, pulling his black hair with her hands.
You are no better.
So Fong slid his fingers through her soft long hair, breathing in the faint fragrance.
Long hair is troublesome. Van Han said innocently, last night you pressed on my head, I could not move. Sorry.
So Fong lowered his head to kiss her. Van Han widened her eyes, his stubble scratching her face. She pouted angrily, his stubble felt like a toothbrush rubbing her skin.
No NGO.
Books. Van Han frowned pitifully, then closed her eyes and accepted. After more than 10 minutes, she blushed and ran out, leaving So Fong laughing bitterly.
Ding dong. The doorbell rang. Who is it? Van Han quickly walked to the door, checking through the phone screen. Outside were No Tin Noyet and Lam Lo. Sister Tin Noyet. Van Han hurriedly opened the door. Sorry to disturb. Lam Lo smiled. Come in. Van Han stepped aside, smiling brightly. Last night the four had played mahjong until dawn, then No Tin Noyet and Lam Lo returned to rest at the villa opposite. Madame Truong is not here, so we came to eat breakfast. No Tin Noyet explained. Lam Lo sat on the sofa. After breakfast we can go to the recording. All right, I will cook, you wait. Van Han stretched and went to the kitchen. Tap tap. So Fong came downstairs. Morning. Good morning. The two greeted. He stopped. What should I wear on the show? I arranged a stylist and brand sponsors, no need to prepare, and you get paid. Lam Lo smiled. So I am advertising? So Fong frowned. Smart. Lam Lo nodded. They played on their phones. Ah, new not posted. Lam Lo said. Let me see. No Tin Noyet opened her feed, seeing a new post. About to enter surgery, very nervous. The post had a photo with her sister. Right, today is Nunok's surgery, I forgot.
No Tin Noyet quickly called.
Hello. Nunok's gentle voice came. It's me, your sister Tin Noyet. Ah, sister, good morning. Nunok said happily. Yes, I am very nervous. She said innocently. Relax, that doctor is an expert in skin treatment.
No Tin Noyet comforted. I know, but still nervous. Her voice trembled.
Nunok, who are you calling?
Nantan Nok asked.
Talking with Sister Tin Noyet. Sister Tin Noyet. Tan Nok greeted. Tan Nok. Sister, no work today? Nunok asked.
We are recording a show, I am at So Fong's house, later we go together. No Tin Noyet explained.
Ah, you live with him? Nunok asked. No, don't talk nonsense.
No Tin Noyet blushed. Lamlo added, he is on the show to promote his new song.
Awesome. Nunok praised. He has been on TV many times.
Lamlo laughed, remembering his glory at Huin Noyet Island.
True. Tan Nok chuckled. Speaking ill of me?
So Fong came out of the bathroom, freshly shaved, looking refreshed.
Everyone agrees.
He smiled proudly.
Morning.
The sisters greeted him through the phone.
Morning. He replied. We miss your cooking. Nunok said. Come anytime, I will cook. He said warmly. Okay. She smiled. Nunok, good luck, next time I treat you. No Tin Noyet said. Do you want me to greet her? Van Han asked. Yes, I dreamed of everyone last night. Nunok said eagerly. What did you dream? No Tin Noyet asked curiously.
At Huin Noyet Island, we grilled food on the beach, with Mao Ka and Nat Brute.
Nunok recounted. Ah, breakfast. Van Han remembered and ran to the kitchen. Nunok, the nurse said get ready. Tan Nok reminded. All right.
She replied, after surgery we will talk again.
Good, hurry. No Tin Noyet urged. Yes, I will miss you. Nunok kissed the phone and hung up. We are short on time too. Lamlo reminded. Breakfast is almost ready.
Van Han's voice came.
No rush. No Tin Noyet replied, then chatted with the Lu sisters.
You must treat your illness properly.
Lamlo glanced. Chapter 12:19, Supporting Roles. Oh dear, another half an hour stuck?
She turned angrily, glaring at No Tin Noyet, annoyed by the endless delay.
Don't rush, we will get there. No Tin Noyet ignored the accusing look. Ugh. No Tin Noyet choked, wishing the SUV could turn into a spaceship. Honk honk honk. Cars behind blared their horns.
Lamlo kept a cold face, her fingers gripping the steering wheel without moving. After a long wait, the SUV crept forward a few dozen meters, then stopped again. On the empty side lane, Taebaidin tried to switch, but a black imported car forced its way in. That was a black import worth over 60,000 yuan, mid to low class.
What did you say? Lamlo rolled down the window, eyes glaring. Ah, so it is a little woman, no wonder you drive like this.
The bald middle-aged man sneered, his tone full of malice and disdain.
The road is blocked like this, how else can I drive? Lamlo laughed angrily. If you are so great, why not fly? Ugh.
The bald man was speechless. Big sister, calm down, do not argue.
Van Han softly advised. Still, only little Han Han understands me. Lamlo sighed, smiling.
I am not angry, strangers cannot affect my mood.
Good, keep it like that.
No Tin Noyet smiled gently.
Lamlo scolded. I will not die from anger at him,
But from you. No Tin Noyette swiped her phone, muttering. Calm down, nothing serious.
NK Books. No Tin Noyette said. Tomorrow is no good, I promised to meet Vidin. Ugh. Half a day only, in the afternoon we must record. Lam Lo thought then agreed.
So Fong sat in the middle, smiling as he listened to the quarrel. Soon 2 hours passed. After the huge jam, the SUV finally stopped at the underground parking of the filming tent.
Lam Lo got out, urging.
Quickly, we are late by over half an hour, the director must be crazy. Under her push, the group of 4 entered, the director flipping scripts. Director Lee, so sorry, the road was too jammed. No Tin Noyette smiled and apologized. Director Lee, 43 years old, spirited, seeing them arrive, his frown turned to a smile.
He waved kindly.
It is fine, some extras are still not here, no rush.
This director is indeed an actor himself. So Fong whispered. Ugh. 3 extras who entered froze, their pride hurt. Let me introduce, this is So Fong and Van Han. Lam Lo introduced.
Haha, I know, I often see them on TV and news. Director Lee reached to shake So Fong's hand. Director Lee, honored.
So Fong smiled politely, shielding Van Han behind, handshake impossible. You know me?
Director Lee was surprised.
No.
So Fong still smiled politely.
Ha? Lam Lo was stunned.
Ugh. Director Lee's lips twitched, choking, then he changed the topic.
Go prepare makeup, start shooting soon. Okay.
Lam Lo sighed, pushing So Fong and Van Han forward. Makeup artists had been waiting. It is Tin Noyette and So Fong, and even the little lowly. The female makeup artist was excited, eyes shining.
Ahem, sisters, time is short, prepare makeup first, later we will sign for you. Lam Lo coughed, smoothing things. Good, we will make the goddess even prettier. Yes, I will take care of So Fong. The little lowly is mine, do not fight.
Ah, the makeup rights and styling are mine.
The artist blushed. All right then. Everyone bustled. So Fong, later sign for me. The artist clung. Okay. So Fong smiled politely. Can you record a birthday video for my daughter? Tomorrow is her birthday. Okay. He smiled again. What about me? Another artist jumped in. Ugh. So Fong's lips twitched. What are you all doing? Director Lee pushed the door, face serious. Nothing.
The staff fell silent.
Anything wrong?
No Tin Noyette smiled.
No, just checking progress. Director Lee's face flipped, smile radiant, stunning all.
Do not worry, their skin is good, no need much makeup.
The artist said. Perhaps Director Lee's ancestors were quick change artists? So Fong laughed. Seems so. Lam Lo forced to smile. First time I saw him smile, like seeing a ghost. The artist whispered. Tongue poking shyly. Creak.
The door opened again, extras entered, handing script.
Here is the script, the director said to get familiar first. Thanks, good work.
Lam Lo nodded, distributing scripts to No Tin Noyette, So Fong and the girl.
Chapter 1220, Bless Yourself. Very good, is the program process clear? Director Lee laughed heartily. Clear. Wu Tingyue and the others nodded. All right, let's run through the process first. Director Lee smiled.
The show was divided into 3 parts. The first was performance. The program invited 6 participants, some could sing, some were tone deaf and knew nothing about music. In the first round, the 6 would go on stage one by one, each singing a song with the same background music. The second part was guessing who really could not sing. In this round the 6 would introduce themselves, mixing truth and lies.
Is it all clear? Director Lee emphasized again. Clear. Wu Tingyue and the group replied. Good, any other questions? Director Li asked. Wen Han whispered, no participant profiles?
No, their situations are confidential, you must guess, that is what makes it interesting. Director Li chuckled slyly like an old fox.
If in the end the one left is the one who cannot sing. Wu Tingyue was dumbfounded, feeling tricked.
Director Li laughed craftily, then bless yourselves, perhaps you can rely on skill to tell.
Director Li, this is not good.
Lin Lu could not help speaking.
What is not good?
Director Li asked back, only then it is exciting, the show has highlights, viewership rises, your solo songs will gain fame.
Alright, actually it is simple, no need to be nervous. Director Li laughed to comfort them.
It does not sound reassuring.
Wu Tingyue sighed. Director Li rolled the script into a tube, waving to encourage, no problem, this is recording, relax, editing will make it wonderful. We can only do it this way.
Wu Tingyue shrugged, indifferent.
Good, on stage, everyone in position, audience remember to smile and cheer, do not be wooden.
Director Li went toward the stage, script in hand flapping.
The lights are ready. Good luck.
Wu Tingyue patted So Fong's shoulder, sincerely said, we count on you.
So Fong froze, why him?
Before he could think, he was led to the guest seats. Wu Tingyue sat in the middle, So Fong and Wen Han beside her, behind them sat three more, 2 women and a man, rookies from an entertainment company. At noon, 10:20, the variety show Who Really Cannot Sing started recording at Jiangla District, 3rd ring of Jinghai City. When the backstage music sounded, the first participant appeared, a short-haired girl holding a microphone. She sang Wu Tingyue's hit that summer.
NK
Looks
books.
Like she really sings, her mouth matched exactly. Wu Tingyue frowned, whispering to So Fong.
I also think it looks real. Wen Han said innocently. All right. Wu Tingyue and the girl nodded. Director Li under the stage nodded too, very satisfied. 5 minutes later, the second participant came on, also lip-syncing, also Wu Tingyue's song. Sounds good. Wen Han nodded. This should be real singing. Wu Tingyue said firmly. Fake singing. So Fong smirked. Wu Tingyue and Wen Han looked exaggeratedly surprised, asking, how do you know? Intuition. So Fong answered vaguely. Is that so, but I feel it is real? Wu Tingyue muttered. I trust So Fong.
Wen Han said without hesitation. The second left stage, the third came, then the fourth, the fifth, the sixth.
After all 6 performed, the next part was self-introduction and eliminating the fake singers.
The first returned was the short-haired girl, her voice soft, a bit nervous, she stammered, looking adorable.
So cute, but she does not look like she can sing. Wu Tingyue hesitated, reluctant to eliminate. Keep her. So Fong spoke. You like her? Wu Tingyue teased.
So Fong suppressed the urge to roll eyes, gently smiled, I think she can sing, do not overthink.
Ooh. Then so be it. Wu Tingyue smirked. So Fong would not. Wen Han whispered.
Right, Wen Han understands me. So Fong smiled, regretting being separated by Wu Tingyue, or he would pat Wen Han's head. Soon the second came, then the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, each introducing themselves with different styles.
All right, 3 guests, your choices? The host asked cheerfully. Very good, everything went smoothly. Director Li said excitedly.
I only hope it is not the tone-deaf one.
Lin Lu grimaced, worried. The answer will be revealed soon.
Director Li smiled mysteriously.
Lin Lu sighed helplessly, he could not drag Director Li to the restroom and beat him. Yes, that is it.
So Fong nodded, number 1 and number 4 were girls, both could sing, he was sure.
All right, our choice is number 1 and number 4. Wu Tingyue answered.
Good, then number 1 and number 4 step forward, the others back to backstage. The host continued.